Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today I will be casting for the very first time one of my recent multiplayer games against a German player I'm currently sitting around the 1450 elo range, so we are playing against some decent players. Today I'll be showcasing the Kynesies Aztec Fast Fortress build order. And yeah, so feel free to check me out on Twitch as well. I've left a link down below as well as my Discord. So yeah, feel free to check me out there. But let's get right into it. Now I actually do make my first mistake right here at the beginning. You do want to start with a community plaza and a trade post. You want to chop 100 wood for your house, but as you can see here, I've gone straight for the house. I'll drop a community plaza in 1 second, and I'll actually have to chop for the trade post. So that's not what you want to do. You want to go for the trade post and the community plaza and chop for a house. So I've just got 200 wood, and I'll be dropping a trade post down here. You can see I'm sending 3 vills. Now this is my deck here. As soon as I click up to age 2, I will be sending the Kynesies card, which makes my next age up a bit faster, while also sending a warrior priest. So very good card to get into age 3 just that little bit quicker. And see here, I've been very careful to let my Eagle Scout kill the Guardian, just because I just get double XP, kill XP from my Explorer. And so I let the Eagle Scout get the kill for that extra XP. Okay, so we're going up to age 2 with the Messenger, which is the fast age up option. And I've just queued the Kynesies card. Now we're going to be chopping 100 wood in transition here just to drop a house, so we don't get housed in age 2. So we've just hit age 2, we're dropping a house, and now we're getting everyone onto the community plaza. We're going to be dancing for warrior priests. So leaving 5 or so vills on food, just to ensure that we keep making vills. And we are now actually sending 5 vills as well, and they'll go straight onto the community plaza. And now we're going to be sending 700 wood. So this will just be useful to drop a few houses, a market, and I like to personally drop 2 war huts, just in case we get any early pressure. So yeah, now I'm moving some vills off and onto coin and onto food. We've got our 10 warrior priests. And now we'll just be macroing for that age up. So I've got 700 wood, moving some vills straight onto the wood. I probably should actually send a few more just to gather that a bit faster, and we might get our war huts up just that little bit sooner. So we're dancing for XP with the 10 warrior priests, and we're sending 600 coin. So our German player has actually gone for a bit of an H2 rush, which is quite unfortunate. It's just as I've dropped my war huts. So I start spamming the warrior dance, which is the Aztecs Minutemen, and he does actually manage to get this war hut down. So it does manage to pick off a few vills. And yeah, I do have to delete this war hut as well. So he gets 1 vill here. And you can see here I've decided to send 5 Coyote runners just to deal with all these crossbows. So that's another ville down. You can see I'm actually gathering that coin as he's in my base, making sure I can still age up. And so I've just clicked up, going up with the Elder, so that grants 2 noble huts as you age up. So it does pick up a few vills here and a few warrior priests as well. But you can see my coyotes have just popped and they're gonna get right on those crossbows. So then I'm just gonna sort out my macro again and start dancing for warrior priests, because we lost 4. And yeah, dropping that war hut and then a house as well. Now I have set my coyotes up here just to try raid, which is unfortunate because he decides to push in just as that happens. However, we are back on that warrior priest dance. My war chief currently just tanking it with 1.2k health. So my coyotes do fortunately get onto the crossbows at the back. And the warriors are tanking a lot of that damage coming in. So this is actually a bit of a cleanup here. Coyotes on the crossbows, doing work. And we are sending the Aztec mining card, which makes all war hut units now cost coin instead of wood. So that's the slingers and the coyote runners. And it also increases the yield that your coin mines have and increases the rate of which you mine it. So yeah, very good card. And we do just manage to pick off this settler wagon right here, which is a real good pickup. So yeah, we're just continuing to make Eagle Runner Knights. We are floating a little bit of food. And as I noticed that, yeah, I move a few vills off and onto wood just so that we can drop down a few more houses. And I also don't have a market at this point, which is not good. I'm trying to go for a raid on the back. I don't know if we get any vills here. We might get one. Yep. It's a good little raid. And we're just making ERK and coyote runners. So we decide to go for the 1000 wood here. Just to maybe drop a town center and any other houses we may need. You can see he's got dops here, which is a very smart play because they counter my coyote runners very well. I try to micro this, but it doesn't go amazing for me. I end up losing the majority of my coyote mass, just trying to get onto those crossbows. So yeah, dops, good unit. So yeah, this wasn't an amazing fight for me, and I end up just backing off here, which is probably the right move. So my 1000 woods just come in. My explorer did die, which is not what you want, but I've just danced him back to life, and we will be dropping a town center. It is unfortunate, I forget to set my gather point here, and I believe we actually throw away a few units. Which is silly, I just didn't even realize they were there. So we've dropped a town center up here, just to try to secure this hunt, this gold mine. We're now sending the ERK range upgrade card, which sends 5 Eagle Runner Knights as well. Range and line of sight, sorry. So we're now finally dropping a market at 16 minutes. So that's definitely another mistake there. That should have been down a lot earlier. And really right now I don't need anyone on wood. So mismacroing there. And now I am going for a raid in the north. But yeah, he sees me and he pulls his vills out. So I've just got all my market upgrades here. And yeah, we've got a few raids just on the back here. I don't think I actually lose any vills, as my coyotes come in and clean this up. Or not, maybe they run away. I think they run away. And yeah, I sent my Eagle Runner Knights up there just to try to deal with that as well. Oh, and we've got a raid. Oh, I don't actually get any vills. That's silly. I think I messed up there. And yeah, they do pick off a few coyotes, which is very unfortunate. Just throwing away a lot of units right now. And yeah, wow, look at this mass. So I've actually dropped a war hut here in the middle to try to secure this coin mine and maybe this hunt. But that didn't last very long. We're now sending the coyote run upgrade, so that's 20% damage and 0.10 armor, as well as sending 7 coyotes. And of course we're on that attack dance, getting ready for the engagement. So right now I really want to get my coyotes on the skirm. However, his dops are just constantly making sure that doesn't happen. My EOK, I'm trying to focus the dops down. But he manages to pick a lot of them off with his skirm. And yeah, he manages to push me back a bit. Just trying to get my coyotes on the skirm. But he's just constantly got dops here in the way. And yeah, they just make light work of my coyotes. So the German player's going for a town center up here. I think trying to hop on this coin mine. So we're going for the first of the knight upgrades. So it's 15% hit points and damage for all units in the noble hut. So that'll definitely help my ERK. Again, my explorer died, which is not good. And we're actually sending a few vills over because I'm starting to run out of coin. And so I've actually dropped a warhead up here hoping to try secure this coin mine, and then I realized, oh, he's actually already here. So I try and send some coyotes up there to deal with it, but he actually manages to pick off a lot of vills here. As you can see here, we've actually got another raid down here. How many vills? So we've got 14 vills here. And a settler wagon as well, or 2. So I've got 5 vills so far and a settler wagon. 2 settler wagons. So I'd say good trade. 7 vills we got from that raid. And yeah, he did manage to siege this down, and then of course you can see I've got 5 vills in here. So he does get a similar trade. And so I try and raid him in the middle. He's got 8 vills in here, so I'm like, right, let's siege this down. Actually, one of my vills does survive from up there. Yeah, and then he just runs them away and the rest of his army comes in. And I decide not to push this. I probably should have, because his main army's up there. And then yeah, just run away, even though this is on 48 health. Now we're sending in our second knight upgrade, so that's 15% on damage. So these guys are now doing 20 ranged attack, which is just brilliant. But yeah, once again my explorer goes down, so really got to work on that for sure. And losing a few vills here. And for once my coyotes connects with the skirm, but not for long. And I think at this point I'm like, right, just screw it, let's try get on this skirm. But yeah, he just cleans me right up. If he kept pushing right now, I think he might have won the game. So yeah, losing a few ERK here, which is silly. And now we're actually getting the slinger upgrade. I've queued slingers as well. So these slingers will really help deal with these stops, and I think that actually is what changes the tide in this fight. This was actually a pretty good cleanup for me. I managed to pick off all these skirms pretty much just by ERK, which is funny because skirm counter ERK. So yeah, we're just building another noble hut in the back, training lots of slingers. 10 slingers in queue. And finally sieging down this middle outpost. Hoping to get a few vills. And these guys actually have a multiplier against vills as well. So Now, I've actually run out of coin down here. So I'm like, right, let's try secure this middle coin mine because it is one of the last ones on the map. Although he's still got... Oh, that's just a bug in the map. He's running out of coin as well. He's on his last 2. Oh, this one's just finished. So this is his last coin mine. I've got my slingers here. So as you can see, they'll do well against heavy infantry. So trying to deal with these stops. And yeah, we've got our 3rd upgrade card coming in for all knight units, so 15% HP. And now I believe we're just massing for the fight. And as you can see here, we've actually got a lot of vills on wood because I've realized, right, I don't have any more coin. I don't really have any more hunts. I guess I could try get this one. Maybe this one down here. But at the moment, I'm like, right, we're just going to chop for estates and mills. I'm not bringing my explorer with me, which is not good. He should always be in the battle. And maybe my coyotes get on the skirm here. Maybe not. No way my explorer goes down again. Okay, no, he's just standing there. So starting to transition onto estates. And yeah, my explorer ends up going down again. Oh, come on. Nah. Every time. So silly. And right now, he's looking pretty good. Got 34 skirm, 18 dops. I'm actually trying to raid here up top. And we do manage to pick off a few vills. At this point, he's sending a few units up here to deal with that. Right now I'm thinking, okay, he's probably sent the bulk of his army up there to try to deal with that. Maybe we can push in from the middle. And he's just got his skirm mass hanging out here in the middle, not protected or anything, so I'm going to try to get on that. Yeah, but once again, manages to pick up the majority of my coyotes, and yeah, my sling is just left vulnerable to the dops and the ulans. So not taking amazing trades. So we've got people on estates now. And I think we're going to start going on to mills as well. Just floating a little bit of wood, but that's okay. Oh, and we actually managed to connect. He must have been AFK for 1 second, and we actually managed to get a lot of his skirms here. So this might actually win me the game right now. And I know I am on berries, and I know that's not what you want to do, because it's one of the least... well, it's one of the slowest ways of gathering food in the game. But I think at this point in time, I was like, right, I don't know if I have any other choice. I should have probably gone for these hunts. Once again, he's got his skirms just out here in the open. So we're going to try get on that. Got the slingers, going to try focus down those dops. And yeah, I'm just running around trying to pick off whatever I can. And at this point in time, he's got barely any skirm. He does pop 10 out. And just testing the waters, seeing if I can connect with that skirm mass right now. Where he's doing a very good job of just making sure his dops are right on top of that skirm mass. I do manage to connect here, get a few vills as well in the process. And he's not looking too happy. I only got 7 skirm. However, he does pop more, and this ends up being a bit of a cleanup for him. So at this point in time, I'm like, right, we got to go for the eco. And I know he has a bit of a base up here, so I send my Cody's up here just to try to deal with that. Now I am floating a lot of wood. I don't really know what I do with that. Oh, you see, I've just used it, so I've decided to go with some eco upgrades, and I've actually dropped another estate. So yeah, big raid up here, except he's managed to garrison all his vills, and yeah, this nearly went very bad. Fortunately, I was able to run away with the majority of my Cody's. And at the same time, I do view a few vills down here, so I managed to pick those off. And this is starting to look like all over Red Rover. Yeah, easy pickings. So we are up in score right now. He's only got 8 dops. And here we go in for the kill. Sending the Vill card, which increases their gather rates and also sends 8 Vills, just to help my eco that little bit. And here we get right on that skirm, while picking off some of these dops. My explorer goes down again. And I think at this point we're like, right, let's just kill all these dops and get onto that skirm mass. For some reason my slingers start sieging down the barracks, which is not what they want to do. And yeah, it's looking pretty good. He's got only a few skirms left, and that's it. GG. GG is called. So yeah, great comeback, I feel, in H2, losing that war hut, or those 2 war huts I should say, and all those vills and warrior priests, but able to come back and win in H3 against a German player who I think was actually quite decent. He knew exactly what units to counter me with. Maybe he could have made a few war wagons, but yeah, good game. And I was slightly up in eco and slightly up in units killed, whereas we made the same amount of military. Let's see villager population. So yeah, pretty even the whole game. I got a few raids in, he got a few raids in. And I know I often did take a few bad trades, but if you look at this graph, a lot of these trades are really quite good. He had double my army, yet we only lost the same. You'd think with double the army it would be a lot worse. And then this was quite a good trade. He had nearly 100 pop army and lost 50 units, or 50 population, whereas I only lost about, what, 30. Here again, another good trade. Similar to before, that's like 60 unit population, whereas I only lost 25. So yeah, I ended up taking some good trades in the end. And yeah, I think that's the video. Well, thank you so much for watching, everyone. I'd be very surprised if any of you actually ended up staying on here till the end. So just comment like dub down below, or W or something if you've stayed. But I will see you in the next one. Keen to do more of these videos. Okay, I'll see you all later. Bye.